Hello and welcome back to March's Watch Pile, where I look through all the films I got in the collection, all the ones I watched, and if my watch pile has gone up or down. This was a bit of a tough month. I had some work events which took me out of town for a few days. I had a lot going on at work. So, can you get the theme of excuses here? There's a lot going on in the real world, and it gets as much time for movies as I had hoped for. Let's dive into everything I got so far. We'll look at the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So I got Brimstone and Treacle in 4K. Dennis Potter written movie that was really surprisingly great. I loved it. There's a review on the channel. We got the double pack from Vinegar Syndrome of Cat 3 films, Devil Fetus, which I watched. Pretty good. But I've heard that Her Vengeance is even better. Good. I'm looking forward to diving into that one. And then there was the Forgotten Gialli 3-pack. Now, this has got Rings of Fear, Reflections in Black, and then the most incredibly titled Gialli ever. A masseuse, good looking, offers her services. I've still got that last one to watch. I've heard good things about it. The first two films, Rings of Fear, I really enjoyed. Reflections in Black, I didn't enjoy as much. Not really too sure what the third one is going to offer, but I'm just hoping great things. From Radiance, we've got the hard-boiled set 3 pulp thrillers from Alan Corneo, Police Python 357. Excellent. There's a review coming soon for that. Série Noire. Excellent. There's a review coming for that soon as well. And the third one I haven't watched as yet, but I'll be getting to that pretty soon. Complete and utter surprise, Jetee. I absolutely adored this one. This was a fantastic film. I loved it. I can't layer enough superlatives onto this one about how much I loved it. It was utterly wonderful. Definitely, you can see the influences to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but I loved that one. Absolutely loved it. Shohei Imamura's The Eel from Radiance, again, was one that I really enjoyed. A man commits a heinous crime and then spends the rest of the film trying to deal with guilt and forgiveness, but it's in a kind of quirky setting and has all these eclectic characters, which just made it terrific. I really enjoyed the Mabuse Lives series from Masters of Cinema. 6 films, one which had been previously released, The Thousand Eyes of Dr. Mabuse. The other 5 I'd never seen before. Yeah, start off really strong, and they do get lesser as they go on, which is to be expected. The final one, you can understand why it's the final one. I enjoyed them all to varying degrees. Yeah. 2 films from the Venom Mob. I loved this set. The Daredevils was great. Ode to Gallantry was fantastic. That was really the movie for me. I loved both of these. Gives a good variation of this group of guys. Great martial arts and a wonderful pickup. Next up was Shaolin Boxers from Eureka Classics, and it's one of those. I doubt I'll ever really watch it again. It was all right. James Tien is the main guy there. It's just, yeah, one that I saw. That's the best I can say about it. Severin are continuing with their 4Ks of Russ Meyer films. So we've got Motorcycle here, which is still sealed. I've not watched that yet. I will be getting to it rather soon. And then we have Up. Now, I love that they're getting these lavish editions. I reviewed the last 3 Vixen films that came out. I'm looking forward to getting reviews for these up just before release date, probably. I also got some titles from TerraVision, which I did a video on itself. So Shruglia, or Shrugala, The Wolf, was a kind of fun film, definitely aping on Friday the 13th. I can live with that because it's really good. Shot and video snake movie, Copperhead, was definitely low budget, but definitely creative enough and had a little twist and sting in its tail. I liked this one a lot, and there's plenty of snake sequences if you really kind of like that but don't like it like I do. Rumpelstiltskin on 4K was a really fun mid-90s horror movie along the lines of Leprechaun and made me want more. Kind of gutted we didn't get more. I watched the remake of Cube from Japan, and it was fine. It was an interesting idea to see them remaking one of our films rather than us ripping off this J horror and doing that kind of thing. It was fun for what it was. And then my friend Paige sent me Friday the 13th Part 2 on 4K because I absolutely adore that series. Cannot get enough of it. So that's everything I picked up in March. So yeah, let's dive into Letterboxd and have a little look at what I watched. Let's see. So April was the Eureka set of Douglas Sirk, which has been a real surprise this year so far. Little Darlings was one that just blew me away. I picked up the 4K from the States. Yeah, I've got lots to say about that. I've got a full review coming. Absolutely adored it. The Girl from Marshcroft was another of the Sirk movies. Nomad was part of the Radiance Patrick Tam set, which I really enjoyed a lot. Pillars of Society was the last in the Douglas Sirk. Rumpelstiltskin I just spoke about. That's Copperhead. My Heart is That Attendant Rose. Strange title for a violent movie that was really surprising. The second movie on the Patrick Tam Radiance set. From Deaf Crocodile, Signals, A Space Adventure, and this was a two-pack, and both of these films are really great. Can't wait to revisit them again. Went to the cinema to see the new Bong Joon-ho film, Mickey 17, which was alright. Wolf Friglia, like I said, and Cube, talked about that. And The Dust of the Stars was the second of those Russian sci-fi films. And then we had the Ode to Gallantry and the Daredevils, Shaolin Boxers. Street Law was really fun. It's a Franco Nero film, one that I've been threatening to get for a while and watch on Discord, kind of do a watch along with people. So we kind of sat and watched that one night, and it was a blast, an absolute blast, which I kind of like, hanging out and doing those watches. Sometimes I can make them, sometimes I can't, but they're always fun. Like last night we did The Stone Killer, which was another kind of fun hangout, watch a movie virtually and kind of message all the way through it. It's fun. The Thousand Eyes of Dr. Mabuse I'd seen before for a slang film. It was nice to have a rewatch of that. Brimstone and Treacle, like I said, it was really surprising. I liked it more than I thought it would. The Return of Dr. Mabuse was as good as The Thousand Eyes, in my opinion. The Invisible Dr. Mabuse I've not ranked. I'm going to give that 4 because I did enjoy that one. Rings of Fear, it was the first from the Vinegar Syndrome Forgotten Gialli set. I liked it a lot. Like I said, Visible Dr. Mabuse was fun. Police Python 357 was a standout this month. The Testament of Dr. Mabuse was not a patch on the original film that it's remade of, but you know, what can you expect? Série Noire was utterly terrific. An amazing main performance. You'll see in my review, I really go on about how wonderful that performance was. Then we have the last two Mabuse films, which really kind of dropped down a little bit. And then finished off the month with the wonderful Jetee, which I said was absolutely fantastic. Let's dive in and have a look at what's being released in April. So what do we have going on? No, I'm just curious. I haven't seen Nosferatu or Heretic. Just tell me your opinion if you've seen it. I'm just kind of curious. We have the continuation of the slasher classics, but I have both Incubus and Wacko from Vinegar Syndrome. Then we have, you've got Laurel and Hardy, which is coming out the Silent Years, which I loved the first set of that, so I will definitely be delving into that. I can't wait. It looks amazing. I've got it sitting here already, good to go. So I am primed for that one. Captain Kronos. I was tempted to get that when the big set came out, but I hadn't seen the film and I wasn't too sure, so I didn't get it. There's Transfers in 4K, which I've seen that disc. I love Transfers. I really do. And I have a review for it coming soon where I just rave about the film because I think it's fantastic. Is there anything else jumping out? Is this going to be a nice, easy month? And at the end of the month, we've got Dirty Harry on 4K, Pale Rider on 4K. Sure, there was another. Yep. Outlaw Josie Wales in 4K, which, yeah, I mean, I love Clint Eastwood films. I love this period of Eastwood, so those would be nice, but I don't see me getting them straight away. There is Va Savoir, River of Grass, and The Tale of Sorrow and Sadness, Girl with a Suitcase. More Radiance films. Yeah, can't wait. Radiance, for me, can do no wrong at the moment. Everything they're releasing seems to be fantastic, and I am super interested in checking that out. The Adventurers from Eureka Classics, which I'll get. Killer Cop, which is from the Rado range, which is always great in my eyes. We've got the 4K of Four Flies on Grey Velvet coming from Shameless, their first 4K, which is interesting to see because I want to see how they do with that kind of film. We've got the Coffee Table from Second Sight Films, the Magnificent Chang-Chi, great. I'm always interested in whatever Eureka put out. There's usually something rewarding in most of them. The House of the Devil from Second Sight Films. We've got Up, which I told you from Severin, which I've got to watch, and Motorcycle. If you haven't seen 9 Guests for a Crime, that's a giallo that I really did like. Do you know what? I think this is looking like a pretty quiet month. Laurel and Hardy, which I have sitting here ready to go. And yeah, I think that's just the Radiance titles that are there, the 4 Radiance titles, the Adventurers, which again, sitting here ready to go. I'll watch that pretty soon. And yeah, Chang-Chi I'll pick up. But other than that, yeah, I think it's going to be a quiet month. I will definitely get the Coffee Table and the House of the Devil, probably. I've still to get Scanners and The Brood, which I really want 4K Cronenbergs, and to get them at some point, hopefully pretty soon. And that's looking like a rather condensed and easy to handle April, which I'm happy about. I've got the Kilt Walk this month, which is my 23-mile walk through Glasgow for charity. So that'll take up some time because I'll need to do some training for that. Other than that, I've got my birthday coming this month, so maybe I'll get a couple of titles added onto that, but I want to pick up because there's a few things I wanted to get, but I've been holding off. In a quiet month seems like the perfect time to get it. As for the numbers, I started off the month with 233 films on my watch pile. I added 27, but this was a kind of slow watching month. I only watched 26. So I upped my watch pile to 234, which is the first time this year it's been up. Bit of a disappointment, but do you know what? I'm not super upset about it, considering how much I had on. And this is a month where I'm looking to do some damage on that watch pile. I'd love to know if you picked up anything interesting this month. Is there anything that you think I need to pick up in the next month? You can let me know in the comment box below. But with finances, who knows? We'll see. But I want to know some more about you and your choices in the previous month. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box below, or links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always make sure you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.